So let's start installing our environment. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So we're going to go and click open Anaconda or search for Anaconda, and you're going to see anaconda.org. So in here, we're going to be downloading Anaconda. You don't have to subscribe or anything. You can just skip the registration. And then depending on what environment you have, we're going to be downloading it. For example, I have Windows, so I'm going to download it in here. We have a visitor. Say hi, Bimbi. So she's Bimba, she's my cat. Okay, so going back here, we're going to download depending on what you have. When it's done, we're going to click on it. Make sure we open it. Okay, yeah, we click on it. As you can see, you will get like a screen, something very similar to this. You're gonna click on next. You're gonna click on I agree. This part is gonna depend on you. Like if you share your computer with someone else and you have different users, you can just decide if you want it installed for your user or any other users. In my case, I'm just gonna install it for me. Then we continue. I like to create the shortcuts, but again, like that depends on you. And then we're gonna install it. A thing that I like about Anaconda is that it installs pretty fast. And then another very nice thing about Anaconda is that we can create environments for the different projects that we're going to be doing. So for example, let's say you have a specific project, you just create a new environment and you install all the packages in there. And that's it. If you have a different project, then you will have like to install all the packages in a different environment. So why do we recommend using different environments for different projects? Because sometimes um, we have different versions of the packages that we're using and they can have conflicts between them. So if you just create different environments with the versions that you need, you're going to be good. If you install everything on top, you can have those conflicts and then it will eventually make your code to fail. So we just wait for it to finish installing. It just takes a little bit. So I'm going to show you a little bit more, but when you start using Anaconda, you're going to have a base environment. So I like to explain it as if you were, for example, building a house. So the base environment will be like the living room, like when you just get inside the house and you just have like a big, huge room. And there you can install everything and you can actually use that one. But if you just use the base environment, again, you can have this package conflicts. So thinking about the environments, it will be like building rooms inside your house for different tasks. In that case, like those rooms have their own area where you can install your own packages and there will not be conflicts. So, okay, we can click on next and then we launch it. Okay, thank you for downloading. We just wait a little bit. It's going to launch Anaconda. Okay, so when you open Anaconda, you're going to see a screen like this. And you're going to see that it has different programs. So for example, it has PyCharm, but the problem for PyCharm is that you need to buy a license. So if you don't have it, it's not going to be free. Then you have Anaconda AI Navigator, which actually has access to large language models. We're going to talk a little bit more about this in the future, but large language models are the models that are used to create tools, for example, like ChatGPT or Gemini, that they can generate text and interact with you. We're going to have toolbox from Anaconda, the PowerShell that are going to be like where you can type like and code also, but specifically for Anaconda. And then we're gonna have Jupyter Lab, Jupyter Notebook. These two are pretty similar, so both of them work very good. You're gonna have Spider, which is also like an environment for Python development, etc. And you can even install more things, like you don't have to use all of this. So the first thing that I'm gonna explain you how to do is you go to environments. You'll see that right now we have our base or root environment. So in here you can start installing programs, but what we want to do is to create a new environment. So we're gonna click there let me do it again. Click on open terminal and you will see how the terminal opens. So here we can start typing and we're gonna create conda create, and then we're gonna type -n, and you're gonna give a name for the environment. So for example, let's just call it intro. And then you just click enter and it's gonna be creating that environment or new room. So we just give it a little bit of time. It's gonna ask you if you want to proceed. You tell it yes. And now we just created a new environment. So now we need to step into the environment because right now we just created it. But as you can see in here, we're still on the base. So we need to move into that environment. And for that, we're gonna go to conda, activate, and then we call it intro. Okay, so as you can see, now we moved into that environment. So we already created it. Another way to get into that environment is, as you can see in here, we already have it. We can also create an environment by clicking create, just typing the name, for example, and then just typing Python and the version. So that's another example how you can just create an environment. So you have to wait a little bit and then you will be able to move between these environments. I'm going to show you how to do it. So one option is what we already did, and we just go conda activate intro, just like we did. The other example is that you select it, and you will see how it takes a little bit, it loads, but then we're going to be inside that environment. Okay, so now we are inside that environment. We see that we don't have anything installed. So if we go to home, we don't see Jupyter. Yeah, we see Jupyter Lab and Jupyter Notebook, but we see the option to install it. So let's work with Jupyter Lab. I like it a little bit more than Jupyter Notebook, but they are both like almost the same thing. The only thing is that for Jupyter Notebook, they both will open in your browser. The only thing is that Jupyter Notebook will be opening like a new tab for everything, like if you create a new notebook, etc. And Jupyter Lab will have it all just in one tab. So let's open it. Just click install and then we just open it. Okay, and now we are in our environment and we're ready to start programming using Python.